All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you walking out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Kwara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson. Hey, Shalom, Mat, Brother B.A., Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabrakatah. I want to go into another lesson. Should be some quick, if the Lord say the same. I ain't got too many precepts. I just kind of got, a few that was on my spirit. But as you see from the title, what I want to touch on in this lesson, which is, it stems from a saying in the world. How they say, but I put a little twist to it. How they say, hey, Shalom, Mat, Yahweh Shema Shabrakatah, Shalom. As they say in the world, good things comes to those who wait, which that's true. That's true, even though, we're going to kind of hit on that in this lesson as well, because those who have faith are those who going to wait, but instead of good things come to those who wait, I want to change that word wait out with faith, man. Because all those things that the Lord got set up, these blessings, the promises, all right, salvation, the kingdom of heaven, new bodies, so on and so forth, rulership over the heathens, man, dominion over the earth, things out of the earth, power over the elements, spiritual power, so on and so forth. All those good things are coming to those with faith. You see, because again, those with that faith gonna be the same ones who gonna wait. Those who gonna do it to the end. It says, Yahweh Shai said it in Matthew 24 that that those who endure to the end, the same shall be saved. The ones who will be saved are those who willing to wait on the promises and the blessings of the Lord, man. Not trying to go out their way to, be somebody in this world, right? Try to make a status for themselves in this world, right? Trying to be famous and TikTok famous and YouTube famous, got the blue check and the subscribers. People like that, they're not willing to wait on the blessings and the promises of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, which far outweighs what this world can give us. But again, that's why the good things, the things that matter, the things that's going to last, that's going to come to those with faith, man. Those who believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see? And everything the Lord said, that eventually what? We're going to receive these things. It ain't going to be faith forever. Because, look, sooner or later, hold on, let me put this laptop up a little bit. Sooner or later, we ain't going to have faith no more. We ain't going to need faith. Right now, we need faith, right? Because the things that we hope for, the things that we want, we don't have them. But once Yahweh Shai come back and Lord willing, we get that scripture, faith go be done with. Because why? Those who was believing, they're going to have it. You see, they're going to have those good things, man. Matter of fact, let me start with this. I'm going to share my screen. Start with that Sirach 1 and 4 real quick. So this is Sirach. Make sure I'm sharing my screen. And again, this shouldn't be nothing long. Like I said, I was meditating on it. Go ahead and put it on wax. But here it is. It's Sirach chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? And it says, and it was created with the faithful in the womb, man. The fear of the Lord, it says, is the beginning of wisdom. That's the first step of wisdom. And it says that, which is the fear of the Lord, it says it was created with the faithful in the womb. These are the ones who gonna what? Believe in everything the Lord said, just like not Moses, but Noah. Noah in Hebrews 11, snag that. I like to call that the Hall of Faith. The Hall of Faith, just like they got the Hall of Fame in this world. Let me get the KJV and the NLT. But just like they got the Hall of Fame in this world, we got a Hall of Faith within our nation. The men and the women that was praised for believing on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai when nobody else was. believing in the prophecies when it seemed impossible. These are the men and women who will be praised forever once we get to the kingdom of heaven, man. Or should I say, once the kingdom of heaven be fully begin, and we are trying to be a part of this. That's why it's better off just waiting for the Lord. That's gonna be good things instead of fearing Esau and getting the MOTB just to get by. Those so-called good things that might seem as good things is gonna backfire on you just because you can eat. Just because you may be able to get shelter or get by for a time in this society. Once the MOTB come, well, look, that's not really good things, man, because you ain't wait for them. Everything with Esau gonna backfire. Everything in this world, is gonna what? It ain't gonna last. It got an expiration date. We want true good things, man. But let's hit this. Hebrews 11, that hall of faith. And when you read this, it gives examples of our forefathers who did, mighty works for the Lord, I believe, without even receiving it back then. Because they here in this lifetime, whether they on earth or already, martyrs for the Lord, they're going to receive it now, man. Been waiting all this time. Really since the beginning of the world, we've been waiting before we, even came down our first time. We were waiting to get back to that first estate, but now it's here. Right? But this is Hebrews 11, and I'm going to start at 1. I'm going to read the NLT. It says, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. And through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. And that's why we see, look, men of old still talked about to this day, and they still going to receive their blessing. In Matthew 19, when Yahushua said in a regeneration, because Peter done wanted it back then, Lord, what we going to receive? Yahushua ain't tell them, well, look, Peter, in a couple months, I got you. In a couple years, I got you, Peter. No, the Lord said, look, in a whole nother lifetime, Peter, that's when you're going to get blessed. So in a whole nother lifetime, you got to come back with this same faith and wait on me to come give it to you, man. Well, that's where we at. Let's jump down. Let's get a couple forefathers. And again, we trying to join the same stage just in our lifetime in the age we in, man. It's the last one. Because like the last verse saying this, that they without us should not be made perfect. So in order for the men of old, the women of old to get these blessings, we have to finish this generation we in now, man. But let's see. Let's start with Noah. Hebrews 11 and 1, it says, KJV, it says, by faith. Let's read the NLT. It says, it was by faith that Noah built a large boat to save his family from the flood. He obeyed the Most High, who warned him about the things that never happened before. And by his faith, Noah condemned the rest of the world, and he received the righteousness that comes by faith. See, good things came to a man who had faith, right? And look, not just faith, because again, we know the saying in this world that good things comes to those who wait. But again, those who wait are the ones who believe them, willing to believe. Hey, shit, Yahushua. Now, this man had more faith than shit anybody. He knew it. But even what? He waited because he could have been made king back then. Yahushua could have been held up and highly esteemed back then, which he was in a way. But as far as him being king at that point in time, he didn't want that. They tried to make him king. Yahushua ran from it. Satan came to him and said, look, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world. But what Yahushua did he take it? No, he's still waiting. He's still waiting. That's why, and he received the good things in the heaven, but that's why this world will soon be given up to him. All good things will be given to the Lord. And not just in the waiting, but not that the Lord just having us wait, but we fighting through things, man. We overcoming situations, growing in the spirit, getting built up, so on and so forth. Doing the work. So in this waiting period, we actually earning the crown. In the wait period, as we just waiting, and again, it ain't just waiting, but as we still fulfilling time here on earth, the Lord has allowed us to put in work to earn the crown, man. You see? Not just waste time waiting. You have a lot of people just waste time just waiting on the Lord to come. Now you like a Christian. You're just waiting on the Lord to come. No, the Lord wants somebody to put in work. Well, he said it, occupy till I come. Do this work until I come. But the only ones who go put their hand to the plow and be willing to keep, their hands on the plow is those who have faith, who really believe that at the end of all this, I'm going to really get blessings. That at the end of all this, a man who's right now sitting on the right-hand side of God, right, go one day, come back to earth on a UFO and go reward me because I'm posting lessons on YouTube. He going to reward me because I'm showing charity amongst these other people that they say believe on him too. You have to really believe that, yes, a man is coming from heaven to give you a reward, man, at the end of all this. That's literal. But again, the only ones who will be willing to continue to fight are those who actually believe a man is coming from the sky to give you a gift. And I'm saying it like that because it's far-fetched, but we believe it. Man, look, it's like a step past belief. We know this gonna happen. They're not saying we know it as if we the elect. I'm saying we know this, what we talking about gonna happen. A man go come from the sky and bless people, man. But only those who have faith. He said, when I come, shall I find faith on earth? Well, when he do, you're going to get blessed for that. Because you believed in him when nobody else was. Come on, man. Let's see. Let's move on. I get what that brother BA got. Let me pull it real quick. Hey, Shalom, Mark. Both of them brothers are rock recall. Yakanan, Shalom. James 2:26, it says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also, man. Dead also. So in this wait period, the Lord wants somebody who won't work. So let's go back to it. It says Hebrews 11:8. It was by faith, and it's the NLT. The NLT on the left side of the screen, the KJV over here on the right, but we're in the NLT. So Hebrews 11:8 in the NLT, it says it was by faith that Abraham, and again, going back to Noah in verse 7, by faith, this man ain't just wait on the Lord to send rain. He was working during that time. So the Lord didn't just give him a reward. Again, Noah earned it. Because look, that was his grace period. His waiting period is the grace period. For us, this waiting period is the grace period. What you go do in that time, though? That's what's going to separate faithful men from non-faithful men, because everybody in this time want to get a reward. Everybody want to hit the lotto. Everybody want to get famous. But for what cause, though? But verse 8, it says, it was by faith that Abraham obeyed when the Most High called him to leave home and go to another land that the Most High would give him as an inheritance. He went without knowing where he was going. So Abraham had to believe that the Most High actually had this land for him. Because I mind you, Abraham may have Google Maps. Today, we can hop on Google Maps. If the Lord would have said, hey, Abraham, I got this land for you, land, it's land for you, it's land in Canaan. Back then, if Abraham had Google Maps, he put it, could have just typed in land in Canaan, would have, showed him the aerial view, right? But he ain't had that. He didn't even know for sure. Now, again, he believed it, though, without seeing it. But this man went in the Ur of the Chaldees, the land of Israel, way over here. This man didn't even know for sure if the Most High had the land, who was in the land, what he was going to face going to this land. But guess what? He got up and left, though. Left. Good things comes to those who faith. He would have, if he didn't have faith, he would have probably never left, went see, Canaan, didn't walk around, didn't get those blessings. But because this man had faith, look what we have today. It says, verse 9, it says, and even when he reached the land, the Most High promised him, he lived there by faith. For he was like a foreigner living in tents. And so did Isaac and Jacob, who inherited the same promise. And Abraham was confidently looking forward to a city with eternal foundations, a city designed and built by the Most High. So this man was looking for the kingdom, the same one we looking for. He was in the same situation we in now. He got called. He left, now he did these things physically. He, literally did a lot of these things, left from his homeland. Homeland is his family, which which he left from where he was born, going back to his real homeland. Yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. He left from the Ur of Chaldees, where he was raised up at and born, to go back to his real homeland, man. But again, he had to believe in that, though, that it was even true before he left. The same thing we spiritually left our family, members, put them behind, put this truth first, seeking what? A city designed and built by the Most High that he gonna give to us by way of his son. And it says it was by faith that even Sarah was able to have a child. Though she was barren and was too old, she believed that the Most High would keep his promise. It says, verse 12, and so a whole nation came from this one man who was as good as dead, a nation with so many people that, like the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore, there is no way to count them. I'm going to jump down. Verse 13, it says, and all these people died still believing what the Most High had promised. Again, they didn't have it yet, but they still believed. And look, you don't think these men and women going to receive those things, right? That they believed in when they didn't have it? Matter of fact, let's get this. Hebrews 6 and 10 real quick. Hebrews 6 and 10. And it seems as small as it may seem, just from uploading videos on YouTube or going out to the highways and hedges, or fellowshipping with the Akim. As insignificant it may seem out of all the things you can do in this world, guess what? Just for doing these little things, the Lord will come and actually give us physical blessings. Well, Yahushua said it himself. He said, because thou has been faithful over a few things. What's the few things? Being on YouTube, watching YouTube videos, right? Sit downs and charity, keeping the law to the best of our ability. It's really not a lot the Most High, asking us for, man. Yahushua said his yoke is easy. But going back to what the Lord said, he said, because thou has been faithful, right, key word, faithful over a few things. He said, I'm going to make you ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. That's in Matthew 25. So these few things we doing now and being faithful over them. And what's the faithful part in these things we doing? Believe a payoff going to come. We believe the investment going to hit. Matter again, we know the investment going to hit. That's it. Now we hoping, of course, it comes soon, but man, we really believe this. And because of that, if we do it to the in-law, will we do? Yahushua said, I'm going to give you many things for the few. That's how any company is. When you invest early, before the company take off, when it's still a startup, if you invest early, when it do take off and hit and everybody downloading the app or whatever, guess what? Those who put in early going to have the biggest cuts from it, the biggest share from it, man, when it's time to get paid off. So that's what we're talking about right now. Good things gonna come to those with faith. We believe in now when nobody else in the world is. We invested in a company in the kingdom of heaven right now while it's being built, right? A startup is being built. So when the Lord comes, that's gonna be the biggest payoff. Come on, man. But let's get this. Hebrews 6, I'm rambling. Hebrews 6 and 10. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. The Most High ain't unrighteous. You have people in this world, they may forget, you work an extra shift, or man, I forgot to pay you back, or man, I know you helped me, I had forgot, I ain't got it on me right now. Look, the Lord ain't gonna say I ain't got it on me right now, right? Or I ain't got change on me right now. No, it says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have showed toward his name, in that you have ministered to the saints and do minister. So the Most High not going to forget what we doing. Shit, he didn't even forget what Abraham and them did. He didn't forget what Abel and them did. He didn't forget what Enoch and them did. He didn't forget the fathers of old. Well, how much more us now that we closer to the kingdom of heaven? He not going to forget these works, man. So going back to Hebrews 11 and 13 in the NLT, it says, and all these people died still believing what the Most High promised them. They did not receive what was promised, but they saw it all from a distance and welcomed it. Man, come on, man. They knew it. Not just believing, they knew it and welcomed it. Just like Yahushua, man. Let's get that. Yahushua had faith. In his own creation, he had faith, man. He had to have it. You see? To get through what the Lord got through, you know. And look, also him waiting, he waited too. Because Yahushua could have had all things. Satan offered it to him. He could have gave him all kingdoms then, all kingdoms of the earth back then. Satan could have gave it to him. Because Satan was really offering Yahushua what was promised to him anyway. Everything. Satan was trying to offer it on the left-hand side, though, to where it can expire. It can, wickedness can, devalue it. But even Yahushua said, no, Satan. He said, no, the Lord wanted to wait. He's still waiting. The Lord ain't just up there, in a hot tub right now with all his wives already. Talking about, I can't wait till them brothers come. He's still waiting. He ain't even sip yayan yet. And the Lord love his yayan. The Lord love that yayan. He ain't even sip it yet because he's still waiting. He said he gonna drink it new with us in the kingdom. And I perceive that's gonna be the day, that ceremony and that wedding ceremony. Who knows? But the point is, the Lord's still waiting himself. And how good you think his blessings is. But let's get this. It's Hebrews 12. And, I feel like if I'm all over the place, I'm really just flowing. It's Hebrews 12, and I'm going to start at verse 2. Well, the point just in this verse anyway. But this is the KJV. It says, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith. And this first part of this verse goes right into that 1 Peter 1. Right? We're going to have to get that, man. But it says that Yahushua go put an end to faith. Once we with the Lord, we ain't gonna ever need faith or hope again. So he started this faith, gave us faith, and he gonna come put an end to it. All right, he gave us the hope that we need to even believe on him. That Revelation 5 to know this truth in the whole. He gave us this hope. He opened up the doors of grace for us, but he also come and put an end to it when he brings the reward for those who had the faith in the grace period. That's what the second covenant all about. Those who gonna get this second covenant are started off because all the nation go get it in the kingdom. Two-thirds go get it after they, bear their cross by way of getting destroyed. You see? But that's who the Lord gonna usher in the second covenant with. Those who was believing on him and even believed in the second covenant and everything it was gonna bring, the kingdom and new bodies and being perfect, who believed in that in the grace period. That's who the Lord come and bless, man. But even for him, it says, Hebrews 12:2, looking into Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith. It says, who, right? Talking about Yahushua, who for the joy that was set before him. What's that? Again, him ruling on earth, his kingdom being established. Remember he told Pilate said, are you a king? Yahushua said, look, thou says, but look, my kingdom ain't of this world. If it was, then will my servants fight? Well, look, that's the point. That's what he waiting for. Him and his servants to come back fighting. Then Pilate gonna well know, yeah, you is a king. He gonna know that. The Lord waiting to get what he was promised before anything was. But the point is, even he still have to wait and still is waiting. Is a servant greater than a master? So those who want these blessings gotta have faith in the wait period. But it says, who for the joy that was set before him. And what's that? Again, him ruling. It says he endured the cross and despising the shame. So what the Lord was going to receive that allowed him or gave him the extra motivation to get through the cross, to bear the pain, man. For him to save his brothers and his nation out of captivity, what he was going to receive that allowed him to get through somebody spitting in your face. And you got to think, man, that's to show you how humble Yahushua is. This man created them people. They was spitting on their creator, punching them in the face, talking about, tell us who did it. The Lord ain't say nothing. He ain't retaliate, right? When Peter pulled out the sword, even before all that, and cut off Malchus ill, Yahushua said, Peter, put it up. We don't need to do all that. Why? Because he was waiting on something better anyway. And what he was going to receive allowed him to get through the now, man. That's the motivation. Come on, man. That's the motivation. It says, who for the joy that was set before him, even in this world. Sports, athletes. Them looking forward or looking past the tour days, right? The blood, sweat, and tears, the being tired, the not having no life. They look past all that. Practice. Like Iverson, practice? You talking about practice? They look past all that for the hopes of what? Winning that championship at the end of all things, man. You know, lawyers in this world, people in this world look past going to the school for all those years and college for 8 years just to get that degree, man. How much more Yahushua and his men? How much, look, if good things came to the people who waited to have faith in this time, how much more us, though? Come on, man. I'm going to read this again. It says, looking unto Yahushua, Hebrews 12:2, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and now what he got? And is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. Now look at him. You know? Now look at him. So like I'm reading this another translation. Come on, man. But let's go back to that Hebrews 11. I got a couple more on mine. Let's see what everybody's got. Kind of brother Rock recall. Sirach 2:10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? And these are questions that's being posed. And really, it's questions that the Lord asking these questions, but the answer is clear. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Or for the topic of the lesson, or whoever had faith in the Lord and he ain't never come through for him, man. Nobody. The Lord came through all who believed on him. Yeah, Yahushua said in a way, I have lost none. I have lost none. Yeah, at the end of the day, but that one who wasn't really given to him. You see? But let's go back to Hebrews 11. It says in verse 4, still in 13, it says, all these people died still believing what the Most High promised them. They did not receive what was promised, but they saw it all from a distance and welcomed it. They agreed that they were foreigners and nomads here on earth. And we have to know that. We have to know, one, like the scripture says, this is not our rest. Two, we ain't gonna be here in this world without the curses pursuing us. Right? So until we leave, until Yahushua take us from this world and change us, then we can finally say we living. Oh, it's finished, it's done. We can't say that now. So as we here on earth, we foreigners too. Just because you may have a house, right, an apartment, you still a foreigner. Your citizenship, you still a foreigner. This is not our world. Yahushua was a foreigner. He even said it. My kingdom is not of this world, right? Our kingdom ain't of this world. He said, y'all from below and from above. Us too. We from above, these people from below. That's why the Lord bringing us from above here below. Then we're going to be able to say earth is our home now. When from above come below, as the Lord prayer say. But right now we just look, strangers waiting to get out of here. It says verse 14, obviously people who say such things are looking forward, man. Woo! Obviously, so people who admit they foreigners and nomads in the earth, it says, verse 14 says, obviously, people who say such things are looking forward to a country they can call their own. Come on, man. Man, think about that first, man, I don't even know what to start, how it's going to be. But that first night you get sleep, you wake up in the morning and it ain't, because, man, some mornings you wake up, might be the weekend, you ain't got to work, But you wake up thinking like, damn, my alarm ain't go off. But you forgot you ain't even put your alarm on because you ain't got to work today. Then you calm down, you start laughing a bit, laughing at yourself. Like, man, I'm tripping. You ain't got shit to do today. Right? You can do what you want to do. Well, look, when we get in the kingdom, think about that first night. You know, you sleep however long it takes till you fall asleep, but you wake up and you looking at your palace. You think it's a dream, but it ain't no dream. It's your life now. That's gonna be our lives now, man. We gonna wake up and think, damn, man, I'm really out of Babylon. Like, man, it's gonna be what it's saying Psalms 124. I believe it's gonna be like if a brother want to post it. It says, I believe it's Psalms 124. It says, once the Lord saved it's gonna be like it was a dream this whole time. We're gonna be laughing, you know, so on and so forth. Because now we're gonna be able to finally call something our own, man. Like the Apostle Gabal said, we no longer gonna be surviving, but we gonna be living. Because now we surviving, right? But we gonna be living. It says, but again, that's only for those who believe in. Although, you know, all Israel will beat up, but we talking about the first go around escaping destruction. It says, if they had longed for the country they came from, they would have gone back. Right. So if Abraham them missed Ur the Chaldees, they could have easily walked back. Us, if we missed our old life, that old man, our old friends and family and the things we used to do, we could easily just go back. The point is, we don't want to. It says, verse 16, but they were looking for a better place, a heavenly homeland. That is why the Most High is not ashamed to call them their God, for he has prepared for them a city, man. And, you know, Apostle Paul went on, you know, highlighting a lot of other forefathers and foremothers, right? And I'm going to jump down to verse 39 and we can move on. It says, all these having obtained a good report through faith. Because look, Apostle Paul even said, man, if I keep naming all of them, time going to fail me. Telling you, we got a rich history, man. Not just, you know, what we know today in Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Michael Jordan jumping from the free throw line. No, we got a real history. Really the greatest people, some of the greatest people who walk this earth, the majority of them from our nation, man, our people. The greatest man who ever walked the earth, that's our Lord. You see? But again, it says, all these having obtained a good report through what? Through faith. It says, received not the promise. So they ain't get it yet. It's the point. It says, the Most High having provided some better thing for us, that they without us, so the forefathers of old, without us, it says, should not be made perfect. Because we that last generation. And once this over, the Lord come back, man, everybody who ever believed from old, you know, the elect throughout all their generations finally gonna receive their reward the day Yahweh shall come back, man. There's no more will be a reason to come in a reincarnation and you gotta, you know, believe all over again and you and your lot again to prophesy in the end. No, this it. Matter of fact, let me see. This it. Is it. You know, like the soul food spot over there in the Third Ward out here in Houston. This is it. You know, this is it. So once the elect get saved in this time, man, hey, we go. That's that second Ezra 2. Everybody go be in a chair. We gonna know who we was in our past lives, and King David gonna find out he was Moses and Zerubbabel, and he gonna get rewarded. You know, the many times over. Each man go find out in reincarnation. So again, those who did those things of old, you just go get rewarded in this time forward. Out of all the reincarnations, man, that you went through. John the Baptist, go get him. You know, our Bivens, right? Shit, you know, hey, you know, see, you know, could be Samuel, Abraham, that spirit, but hey, but yeah, man, men go get rewarded. So it ain't like they ain't gonna get rewarded. No, they just gonna get rewarded in this time. Let me get this. It's Second Ezra chapter 1. And I'm gonna start at verse I'm gonna start at verse 35 because this is going into us. Because now you know the many times in the scriptures how what Christians get mixed up with the Gentiles and those who believe and another people the Lord was gonna call in the latter day. That's all Israelites. Just like Paul said, look, since you ain't want to receive the word to those who knew they was Israelites back then, who kept the law or grew up in the customs, he said, lo, I go to the Gentiles, the foreigners that scattered, because they're going to believe through faith. Just like Yahushua, he was around those of faith, not around those who was focused on just keeping the law and knowing they was Israelites. John the Baptist uttered the same thing. When he told them wicked scribes and Pharisees, he was like, look, who told y'all to come flee from the wrath to come? And don't just say y'all, just because y'all are children of Abraham, that y'all good, right? Just because y'all the children of the promise, y'all, keeping the law under the law, right? Just because y'all Israelites, y'all think y'all straight, the children of Abraham. He said the Most High is able even of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. Now I want to do a lesson on that. Lord willing, I get around to it, because you got to think, what was the location of John? He was right there by the seashore, baptizing people. So when he told them, don't just think y'all Israelites, y'all good. He said the Most High is able of these stones. What stones? Again, this man was by the beach, the seashore. They had stones around him because he said these stones. He probably pointed, these stones, just making a reference how the Most High could take something so insignificant and raise them up to be his children. Well, John was just kind of using what's around him to rebuke them wicked scribes and Pharisees, but he was prophesying in spirit, though. He was prophesying in spirit, because did not the Most High raise up real children unto Abraham, those who was going to believe through faith? That's in Romans the 4th chapter. Those with faith. The Lord raised up stones today, as it's saying what it is, Peter, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house to offer up spiritual sacrifices through faith, man. That's through faith. We Abraham children through faith, through believing. That's who the Lord coming back to bless. Not just because you're Israelite. Not just because y'all, Abraham children, like John was saying. With those who going to believe, though. That's who the Lord want. So going to this again. Now I said all that to say this, because this was likened unto even the time of Yahushua and them. Those who, just because they knew they was Israelites, that weren't good enough. The Most High said, look, I'm going to give what y'all was going to be blessed with to the people who going to believe. That's us today. So this is, I'm going to start at 30. I'm going to start at 33. 2nd Ezra 1 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Almighty, or thus saith the Almighty Lord, your house is desolate. I will cast you out as the wind doeth stubble, and your children shall not be fruitful, for they have despised my commandment and done the thing that is evil before me. Your houses will I give to, now check it out. This to us right here. Your houses, well, not this part, but the next part. It says, your houses will I give to a people that shall come. Who's that people? It says, which haven't not heard of me, yet shall believe me. Again, man, I like to say this concerning Yahushua. All of us, whether we on this lesson or not, brothers across the four corners, sisters across the four corners, brothers speaking in different tongues who believe in his doctrine. Think about this. We all changed our lives for a man in this lifetime, for a man we never met. We never met him in this lifetime yet. But we changed our whole life for this man, Yahushua. If we hold up, how they got, what's the thing when the witness come in, they got to pick the people, behind the glass. You got to pick the person out the lineup. Who did it? They got the heights of everybody, right? Or you got the pictures you got to pick from when a detective say which one it is. If we was to be shown pictures of Yahushua, which one was walking the earth when he came, we couldn't even tell him who it, because we haven't seen him yet is the point. But here we are today, July 9th, 2017, on a Sunday, believing everything he said. Teaching our wives and children to do what he said too. And we haven't yet him. That got to be some faith, man. The Wadi Yahweh Shimi Hawashah for this. Man, look, we wake up every day, focus on reading, doing videos, listening to videos, trying to keep the law. Well, if we go somewhere, whether it's with people or by ourselves, checking the menus, making sure it don't got no pork or nothing in it. Who really go about their life serious about this, though? Well, let's read it. It says, Second Ezra 2, Second Ezra 1 and 35. Your houses will I give, and Salakia for my little rant. It says, your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which, not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, and to whom I have showed no signs. Have we really seen signs yet? Have any of us seen a man come back from the dead? Now, although we all spiritually sons, because we all came back from the dead spiritually, we was dead a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, many years ago, but now we all alive again. So we are spiritually walking miracles, but we haven't seen, as far as serious, heavy miracles, somebody crippled and you just touch him and he just get up and start walking. A woman who got an issue of blood, she grabbed a hem of the garment, the fringes, and you healed. But although we haven't seen things as such, it says, to whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. They have seen no prophets, right? We wasn't raised up, growing up, and being told, hey, that's Elijah, that's right. This Elisha, or like even Saul. Now, remember Saul his father lost his donkey, and he told Saul and his servant to go find it. And when Saul and his servant come find it, the servant's like, man, look, it got a man of God in the city. Let's go ask him. Right? We wasn't raised up and born knowing, oh, this is a man of God. Yahweh dealing with him. No. We were just scrolling on YouTube one day. Right? Walking down the street one day. So we weren't raised up knowing, certain men are prophets. It says, yet. So although we didn't, it says, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. Come on, man. Repenting. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, right? And look, really, man. And I feel in spirit, Yahweh knew he was talking about us, those in the latter times when he was talking to Thomas, because look, that was just in the Roman Empire. I feel he knew exactly who he was talking about. His elect who was going to be here today, across the four corners, mainland Babylon the Great, when he told Thomas that. He said, Thomas, because remember, Thomas ain't believe when Peter and them, the other ones, were trying to tell him, man, we seen the Lord. Thomas got hot. He said, man, look, I ain't gonna believe that except I see him myself. Well, look, the Lord showed him then. You want to see? Right? I'm going to show you. Well, Yahweh popped back up. He said, Thomas, he called him out. Since he didn't believe, he called Thomas out. He said, come, look, touch me, man. Feel me. Look my hand, look my side. It's me. Thomas said, oh, my God, my power. Yahweh said, Thomas, he said, you believe because you seen me, because you touching me. He said, but blessed are they that have not seen and yet believe. I wholeheartedly believe he knew he was talking about of course, but the believers today. He had to be. Now, of course, even in that time, those who's gonna come after through Paul ministry, so on and so forth, because they ain't see him yet. But man, I'm talking about in these latter times for sure. We ain't see nothing though. Because even back then in Paul times, you had men who was with him who can give hand on account on everything. They can, man, come on. Man, they knew about way more miracles than we knew, because it says Yahweh did more miracles than was written in the book. So Peter and them, Paul and them was able to, which Paul wasn't there, but I'm sure he heard, was able to relate to people in that time other stuff about Yahweh. The point is, he said, blessed are they who have not seen, even what we read in Second Ezra. Yahweh had to be talking about us today in these times. Mainly, man, because we haven't seen nothing. We ain't seen no temple. We ain't grew up knowing this a temple. This what we ain't grew up knowing. Look, these sacrifices they doing, these priests. Look, he got the ephod on. This the law. Look at the scrolls. We ain't have none of that. We grew up with Nikes and Jordans, and you see, elementary school, playing football. Come on, man. But now what? As it say right here, they have seen no prophets. 2 Ezra 1 and 36. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. This is Hosea 1 as well. In the same place we were saying we wasn't the people, it didn't look like it. In the same place, we are coming back. Now we seeing the prophets. Now we understand what's going on. It says, I take two witnesses. And look, I'm gonna get First Peter because this go line up exactly with what Peter said. It says, and look, Peter go into the coming of Yahushua about those faithful ones who believe what I was saying. You know, so again, man, Lord willing, we're that number. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say. What is this? Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We don't see Yahushua, but we know when this man come back, I'm gonna have a new body. Right? We know when this man come back, man, look, I'm gonna be perfect. The laws in me. That's the number one thing I'm waiting. I'm ready to be perfect according to the standard of the Most High Yahweh and Yahushua. After that, man, let everything else come. But once being perfect come, not being able to sin, go off, no wicked thought, man, come on. Come on, man. It start with that. All right. Then everything else that come, the slaves and the authority over lands and people and women and all this, creating stuff and owning this and owning that, owning him, right? And owning her. We know once this man come back, we getting everything, man. No questions asked. You know, Santa Claus, you know, kids really got faith. You know, hey, what it is, December 25th. When this day come, I'm getting something. They even got Santa with the, you know, ride in the air with the bag of goodies to those who wait, right? Or with faith, but even more, Yahushua, he coming on a chariot though. Ain't no sleigh. He coming on a chariot with a bag of goodies, man. Man, look. Hey, and like I think it's Psalms 21 or Psalms 20, it says that the Lord gonna lead us with gifts. Things are already prepared. He said it. That's another thing we don't doubt. I know he been up there working, getting whether it's been him or he been having angels do it for him, right? Because he, you know, hey, he to the point he ain't really got to work right now. He in his glory in the heavens. He like the Most High up there now. All authority been given unto him. So just like the Most High, let's use this for example, the earth, right? The Most High get the credit, but Yahushua did it. Well, Yahushua said he go to prepare a place for us. Now, whether he up there actually doing it or whether he making angels do it for us, who knows? But he's doing it. He having something being built. And look, we don't even doubt that. We know it. He said he went prepare a place for us. And look, I'm getting excited. It's a lot. He said, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I'm going to come back and get you. We don't doubt that. We know this. Job said it. Job ain't doubt. He said, I know my Redeemer liveth. He didn't say, I think, I hope, you know, scratching his head, you know, scratching one of his boys. I hope. He said, I know my Redeemer liveth. And I'm going to see him. Man, look, let's get that. Because I'm just rambling. Let's get it. Let's read. Let's let the Lord speak. This Job 19:25. It says, for I know, and look, he was getting on his friends, and the context make it even that much more better because his friends were trying to call him wicked for what he was going through. Right? And how the Lord, you know, wasn't really, you know, probably wasn't dealing with him and this and that. So he was telling them, look, y'all don't even know what's going on. He said, look, man, I know my Redeemer liveth. You know, I know the Lord dealing, man. Again, man, time would fail if we could have to mention all our forefathers, man, who had great faith. I hope in our time, hey, just like the brothers in Maccabees, at the time of their death, look at their faith. And it all goes back to they was willing to wait. They said, look, cut off these arms, cut out my tongue. I know. In the resurrection, the Lord gonna give me a new body anyway. Man, this is real quick. This Job 19:25. This is 19, right? Yeah, Job 19:25. It says, for I know that my Redeemer liveth. Let me blow it up. Job 19:25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth. And we know Yahushua live, alive and well right now. Look, he looked better than us, right? He smelled better than us. You know, he more healthier than us. Come on, man. He in his glory. He alive and well. He younger than some of us right now. Because look, he died at 33, a young man. But Ezra said in 2nd Ezra 2, as Ezra was seen Yahushua crowning men, he said, who is this young man that's taller than all the rest? And he got, more glory, more stature. Right? So he younger than us. He in all his splendor right now as we speak. Although many years ago, he died. That's the last thing that the world remember him from, dying. We looking at him at the state he in now. That's the difference. The world remember Jesus on the cross. We talking about Yahushua, who alive and well, who about to come, the young, dark-skinned man, a man of war, who about to come back to this world, man, and get what's rightfully his. Not get it, he about to take what's rightfully his, man. So Job said, and look, we in the same mindset as Job. Job said, for I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. Come on, man. And though after my skin, worms destroy this body, so he even knew, look, I know I'm going to die. It says, yet in my flesh shall I see the power. So Job go see the Lord. Look, hey, however it happened, whether he dead or alive, got to get beamed up first, being a martyr, or whether he still gonna be alive, Job will be on that chariot when Yahushua come back. We can guarantee that. He gonna be on that chariot in his new body, getting crowned. And everybody gonna know, whoever Job was, we gonna know, and as many other people, this was Job. You see, it says, whom I shall see for myself. He telling you, I know I'm gonna die, I'm gonna come back, but it's still gonna be me, the same spirit in a new body, and whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another. And though my reigns consume within me, man. So we hoping for that same thing. Let's finish this off in 2nd Ezra 1, and I'm gonna wind it down. 2nd Ezra 1:37 again. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, which is us. It says, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say. All right. And you see right here, the Lord said in that time he was going to send back many leaders. Let's read it. And now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that come from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham. He came back in this time, right? Hey, and hey, shit, we know that man is Abba Bivens, right? Isaac and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, Joel, Obadiah, Jonah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord. So prophets are going to be sent back in a time when what? The same people who's going to be believing through faith. That's now, man. Let's get this in Peter. This 2nd Peter 1. I think it's 1 Peter. Let's see. I think it's 1 Peter. Because again, those who believe in go get rewarded, and faith gonna be over with once the Lord come back. It's gonna be a wrap. Nobody gonna need to have faith at all ever again. We gonna have everything we hope for and more. Man, let's start at 5. This 1 Peter 1 and 5. Or should I start up? Let's get straight to the point. We got to start at 3. Man, 1 Peter 1 and 3. It says, blessed be the Most High and Father of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy have begotten us again unto a lively hope. Man, by the resurrection of Yahushua Mashiach from the dead. So the Most High have begotten us again. The same time we was called not a people, we are now being called the sons of the power again. Yashala, Isaiah 44. Those who was, dry, the water got poured on them, and we sprung up and surnamed ourselves by what? The name of Israel and Yahweh. So now we are brought back to our Father through Yahweh Shai unto a lively hope. Now we have stuff to look forward to as a people. We got the closure on why we've been going through this, why people have been going through this in America and slavery and suffering and in the hood. And we understand that now. Repented, got with the Lord program. Now we have a greater hope. Even comfort in what happened in the past and understand it was prophecy, but now we have something to look forward to as a people. It says to an it's like a tongue twister, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you. Because what Yahweh Shai bringing, man, is because I don't know how to even start off by describing forever, eternity. I never experienced it. You see? Even when we was created in the beginning, as when Yahweh, Lord willing with a number, as Yahweh Shai had his 144,000 up there. Now we was eternals up there, but the point is we still had to come down to earth and then die and go back up there and wait and come back down and probably get beat up in this reincarnation and go back up there and come back down, got shot one time and you go back up. No, we talking about it ain't gonna have no intervals. It's gonna be forever. Like it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna, we're gonna have, man, how people now say, man, it's the best day of my life. Every day gonna top the day before. Forever though. How could you explain that? And look, there's another thing. We're gonna be perfect. We're gonna be perfect as a people. We're gonna know everything. But how is it that the Most High is still gonna have us in awe forever, finding out new stuff? Even though you're already perfect, you still gonna be finding out new stuff every day forever. How is that? Man, that's what's reserved in heaven for us. It's coming to earth. It says, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith. Through faith, which is the topic of this lesson. We have to believe on it in order to even have a thought of receiving that. Before destruction come, or when destruction come, right? All the way up into the missiles and everything. When you see missiles falling, these people won't have the hope of Yahweh Shai, come on, Lord, beam me up, Baba Kasha. They ain't gonna know who first. They ain't gonna know who in those UFOs, where they coming from, who this big dark skinned man is. Now it's gotta be obvious there's gonna have to be the Son of God, the second coming in that day, because what else could it be? But the point is, through Jacob's trouble, they ain't gonna have a thought, man, what an angel. I know the Lord gotta send an angel. I'm praying for the Lord to send some divine intervention. They're not gonna have those hopes. When they get in that time, they're not gonna have it because they wasn't believing before. So those who go endure through all these things was the ones believing and knowing about it before. Nobody go be on a chariot. Nobody go be on a chariot not knowing why they on there. You feel me? Nobody, man, look. We all gathered together and, we rejoice and hugging each other because we made it. And then Yahweh Shai walk in, everybody probably bow. And you got one person, he bowing late. Got to grab him to bow. And he whispering, who that is? Tapping somebody on their shoulder. Hey, who that is? The brother say, man, it's the Lord, man. You see? Okay, kind of like it. No, ain't nobody gonna be on there like that. Everybody gonna know why they on there, what they did to get on there. You see? So the point is, in order for you to know, or have an understanding on what's going on while you in there, man, look, you was believing on it even before that happened. Well, look, that's known. This the belief part, because that's about to come. So it says, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith. So our believing that, look, what we hoping actually gonna come, that's what's keeping us. People don't want to leave their job. Why? Because the money keeping them there. People don't want to stop doing certain things because they got a love for it. Or eventually they see themselves making their way out, so they keep grinding or whatever. Well, what's keeping us? Of course, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, it ain't nothing we can do or ever did that'll would allow us to be of the elect or to be kept. At the end of the day, is whether somebody of the elect or they not. The point is the elect will be kept regardless. That's our hope. The Most High said he gonna give us an expected end. Well, what you expect? Well, when the time comes down to it, expect to receive just that, what you was expecting. Well, we should be expecting to be saved through everything that's coming down, whether we have to suffer or not, to he'll come up here at the missiles and to be crowned in them new bodies, meeting the Lord for the first, well, I would say first time, but seeing the Lord again after all these years of being away from him, man. You see? That's what we talking about. That's what's, man, those good times again. Yahushua, for the joy that was set before him. That's what it should be keeping us. The excitement to actually receive that, man. To actually receive it. Man, it says, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. And are not we here in the last time? It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, you are in heaviness through manifold temptations. It says that the trial of your faith, right? Because again, our faith will be tested many different ways, whether we actually go through, physical trials, losing jobs or, family and legal, financial, or just us preaching. People come up, our family members, they laugh at what we believe in, the things that we have faith in, they laugh. So it's being tried. But this the point. It says that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth. Because what we have, it ain't going to perish. It says, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise, honor, and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach. So in other words, that's when it's going to pay off, when Yahushua actually show up. Right now, I just said it ain't going to perish. Now it will come to an end, but again, the things that we hope for will be forever is the point. Gold could come and go, you can probably get, I'm sure the Lord got better metals in the heavens that we're going to have, on different planets that might be way better than gold. But what we believe in about to open up a whole lot to a whole lot of unknown, man. Man, we about to experience so much. We about to live. Even the point of drinking real water. Water, look, real water probably don't even have a taste of the Aquafina, the smart water, and I'm just throwing waters out, the stuff we have today. The real color green might not be the hue we see it today. Again, Apostle Paul said it's unlawful for him to speak the things he saw. Not saying he going off by saying them or he's sinning. He just saying I can't put into words what I seen up there. The point is, what Apostle Paul seen up there that he said was unlawful for him to speak, gonna be on earth. We're gonna be seeing it. We're gonna be around it day-to-day life. Or if it's not on earth, it's gonna be on these other different planets, man. Our faith will soon be our reality. So it says that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise, honor, and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach. Now remember what we read in 2 Ezra 1 about those believing without faith. Peter said the same thing. It says, whom having not seen, ye love. Talking about Yahushua. It says, whom having not seen, ye love, in whom, though now ye see him not, yet believing, and we believe. It says, you rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls. So one day, even faith will come to an end. Because now again, what is faith? Hebrews 11:1. It's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Well, right here is saying, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your soul. So telling us the day Yahushua come back and we receive salvation and be saved, that's going to be the end of faith. That's going to be the end of hoping for stuff we don't see. Because again, according to the biblical definition of faith, it's the substance of things hoped for, but things you don't see. Well, when Yahushua come, we gonna have everything. We ain't even gonna need faith. We gonna have it. We gonna see him. We gonna be with him. Like the nigga tell us, look, like he told Thomas, look, touch me, man. It's me. It's me. You know? Yeah, man. We gonna have to have faith in the kingdom. Because the Lord said, before we ask, he gonna give it. What's the point of faith? So that's for now. So even now we see how precious even faith is. Because the time is coming when it ain't gonna be no more. It ain't gonna be no more. Come on, man. That's why Yahushua said, when I come, shall I find this key ingredient on earth? Now, he ain't said like that. You know, he said, when I come, shall I find faith on earth? But we see that's a key ingredient needed on earth in order to get up there, right? It says, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently. The prophets been looking for it. They've been waiting on it to come, searching the scrolls. Well, it say he gonna come this time, or this gotta happen, or that gotta happen. It says, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you. And we read about one of the prophecies in 2nd Esdras 1 of he said, look, I think we still got it up. Because Peter said the prophets of old prophesied of the grace that should come unto you. Well, Esdras said right here, 2nd Esdras 1 and 37, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say. That got to be us in this time, man. Because it's talked about those who was going to be here for the salvation, who was going to be here to receive the salvation, to fulfill what the prophets been looking for. We in that time is the point. All right. It says, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you. This is 1 Peter 1 and 11. Searching what manner of time the spirit of Mashiach, which was in them, did signify, which testified beforehand the sufferings of Mashiach and the glory which shall follow. You see, it says, and unto whom it was not revealed. So the people of old, the prophets of old, the forefathers of old, as we got in Hebrews 11 as well, it says, unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us they did minister the things which are now reported unto you by them which have preached the gospel. So they wrote all those things now for us in these times, because we're going to be the ones receiving those things, man. It says, unto you with the Holy Spirit sent down from heaven, which things the angels desire to look into. Man, so we, you know how they say in this world, blessed and highly favored. Man, we truly blessed and truly highly favored. Lord willing, if we continue to be a part of that number. But faith, people can't get this. You can't just go to the store like rappers, Floyd Mayweather. They just buy cars, all these different cars, and got a 50-car garage. Only can drive one. And then even when they do ride in it, they ain't even driving. they got a driver, but they got 50 cars out there. You see? Man, look, I forget the point I was about to make. Let's get this. Let me end it. Let's get 1 John. Lord willing to come back to me. Oh, that's the point, right? In this world, you can buy anything. The water you can just buy stuff. You can, whatever you want, women. That's what get you a status in this world. That's if you get arrested or pulled over, you can buy off a cop, right? Buy off a judge. You can buy anything you want, man. If you can. The thing is, what we have, though, this faith, you can't buy that. You can't steal it, right? You can't recreate it and make a replica. It got to literally be given from the Most High Yahweh in heavens through his son Yahushua, man, not through Jesus. That's the thing. You got Christians who believe we talking about this real faith. Christians don't believe a dark-skinned man about to come from heaven on a chariot. and beam up his elect across the four corners and all that. During World War III, and the angels pissed off and they coming mad, and bombs go hit Babylon the Great. So even though Christians talk about they got faith in the same Bible we got, they don't have the real faith is what I'm talking about, man. Jesus never got on the cross. His name was Yahushua. It's literally one specific truth in this world. And we have it. We have it. You can't buy this. Yahushua said, lay up treasures in heaven where thieves can't break through and steal, where moth nor rust can't corrupt. Remember, we got an example with in Acts with Simon the sorcerer. He tried to buy the Holy Spirit. Peter said, look, man, your money gonna die with you. Your money gonna perish with you. You can't buy this, man. You can't even see it. How you gonna buy it? What, you gonna give me the money and then I'm gonna just say, well, the spirit on you? Are you in the spirit? How you gonna know you have it? That's that, right? That's the point. People ask us, man, how you know? You in America too. You talking about missiles gonna hit? What you gonna do? How you know? We just know. We just know. We believe. We got a little tingly feeling in our heart. We just know it. You see? You can't get what the Lord blessed us with. Again, we started off, let's get this. We started off with this. Sirach 1 and 14. Sirach 1 and 14, it says, I don't even see the KJV. Let me get the KJV. Hey, shalom, shalom, big bro Bakwashi, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah, shalom. And shalom to everybody on the comment board as well. Let's see, Yak and I got a precept. I'm gonna grab it. Let me grab this first. This is Sirach 1 and 14. I don't see the KJV. Let me see. I guess I got it. Sirach 1 and 14, it says, Sirach, all right, 1 and 14, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. So going back, look, the only way for you to have this faith that we have now, it had to be given, man, even, you could say in the womb, but if you of this number, you the same as Jeremiah. Before I formed you in the belly, I knew you. I knew you. And before thou came out, he was already sanctified to be something. Each one of those who gonna believe and have faith in what's really about to happen in this world, not talking about Christian faith, not talking about faith in anything else. We talking about a man coming from the sky, missiles coming, America gonna get destroyed, right? Heathens and white people. I'm saying it like that, white people, because that's what this world know them as, right? But these nations of the world will be enslaved by the Israelites in the world to come. You have a people that's gonna live forever, while everybody else still got these, dying bodies, right? Who believe in that? If you believe in that, this was put in you before the womb. The Most High said before when he knew you. And a brother at camp made this point. I forget who it was, but he asked, he was like, was it at class? I don't forget. Down here, the brothers in Houston, there was a brother on the comment board. Remember, y'all could throw it in, but it was a brother, I think it was at class or at camp, when the brother was like, why the Most High said before he knew him, when he knew him? Because that means you was the first fruits of the Most High. You know how people say, I got a personal relationship with God? No. The 144,000 have, along with his son, personal relationships with the Most High. Because they was given to Yahweh by the Most High. So really it's the Most High. He gave his first fruits to his son. That's the ones who will be believing today, along with Yahweh other ones, the believers, man, because they are part of this too. According to John 17, Yahweh said, not just them, but also those who believe on me through their word, man. That's going to be the only ones believing on what's really about to take place in these latter times. Now we see how special faith is. You can't buy this. It's not just in the store. Amazon don't got it, right? Right, off the market, don't got it. People are selling out their car. You can't get this. It got to be given from the heavens, man. And that's what's going to allow us to overcome when all things are said and done. Let me get this. Even our faith. I end it with this. Let's see. It's 1 John 5. we get 4. I might get a different translation as well, but this 1 John 5 and 4. I'm gonna start with the KJV. It says, "For whatsoever for whatsoever is born of the Most High," right? Those who got this knowledge, but it's cold because we are just talking about, the first fruits of the Most High, born of the Most High. Those who was dealt with the Lord in the beginning, again, in every reincarnation, or, however the Lord had it, we don't know. But in this time, let's speak of this time, you came back and tell your lot, whatever it is, you came back to being, well, Peter said it. Peter said it, I think. We was reading it earlier. Right, here it is. 1 Peter 1 and 3. Blessed be the Most High and Father of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy have begotten us again. We've been born of the Most High again. We was once not a people, now we are people again, unto a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahushua Mashiach from the dead. So right here it says, "For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world." It says, even our faith. This is what's going to allow us to get through the Jacob's troubles. Believing that, look, things are going, the Lord going to come through. We're going to have faith in the miracles, the divine intervention. Again, if you're in a concentration camp, it wouldn't be far-fetched from you that the Lord will send an angel to come get you. It happened before. Romans 15 and 4, man. Whatever was written before time was written for our learning. So once we go through our trials and tribulations, or Jacob's trouble, we going to have hope that the Lord could come through for us, just like he did the forefathers of old. The Most High ain't lose virtue. He ain't got weak over time. He ain't got a little docile. Yahushua ain't get old, man. They could do the same miracles they did back then. And really, we ain't even see nothing yet. What the Most High did back then, man, I think it said in Esdras, if the Most High really got busy, everybody would die, man. We really ain't, and then it's a time like never before. So the things he about to do now, that him and Yahushua about to do now, nobody seen that before. But in order for somebody to get through these things, Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. When you go into that word stability, it's one, which is faith. Our faith gonna keep us stable in those times. Because again, going back to Peter, it says, something else he said, thinking not strange. When these things take place, the elect, now again, we go still be in the flesh, probably bothered at certain times and on the run and breathing hard and crying, but we still gonna have faith though. These other people ain't gonna have no way out. 2 Esdras 5 says they gonna be hoping, but nothing obtained. Right? But man, come on, man. Let's read it again. For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. All right? Let me see another translation. NLT. Same thing pretty much. For every child of the Most High defeats this evil world, and we achieve this victory through our faith, man. Because again, when everything happens, that's the thing. When everything happens, we was believing in it already anyway. We believe Jacob's trouble gonna come. When Leviathan pop out, the thing is, we believe that already. We just gonna be like, damn, that's him. Now, of course, it might be like, oh shit, like, we might be caught off guard because it's gonna be a freaky sight, man. But the point is, everything that takes place from here on out, even if the lights cut off tomorrow, Monday, the cyber attack hit or whatever, the thing is, we was already believing that. We was told that. We was warned. When chariots start to show up, these people go freak out. We not though. Right? We probably go try to get a video and put it on a group chat real. You see? But what we believe in, that's what's gonna get us through. Because everything that we gonna experience from here on out, we was already told and believed in it anyway, man. Anyway, even up to a man coming standing on a UFO, right? But that's pretty much it. Let me see what's on the comment board. Kind of argue this, right? So when it's all said and done, the brother God in Psalms 126:1, the brother Yakanan says, when the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, so when he saved us, when he sing Yahweh Shai, look, when faith gonna be done with, it says we were like them that dream. Right? You wake up, from a dream, you sweating from a bad dream, you realize it's a dream, you start laughing to yourself. Right? You start laughing. You thank the Lord that it wasn't real. Well, once we get saved, hey, that might be the first night we finally do get sleep. Whenever we do get sleep, brothers might be up for a minute in the kingdom. Whenever we finally do get sleep, that night you finally wake up, and you wake up in the palace, and you realize, like, damn, but it's really my life now. Like, right, man, like I ain't gotta go to work. You really thinking like, damn, I'm like, we not damn, but man, the Wadi How Bashim How Shai, because Psalms 149 said we're gonna be praising him on our beds, right? High praises, being the mouth of the saints and the two-edged sword, double-edged sword in our hand. So we could be thanking the Lord, like, man, the Wadi How Bashim How Shai. But again, what got us there? Believing in all that even before. Right? We could be the next verse said it, when the Lord Yahweh Bashim How Shai turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. And then, so after you realize that dream wasn't real, or for us, this life over with, paying bills, right? Woman being over the man, and this, rainbow flag, pride society, that we living in, no, justice, people do as thou will, no fear of the higher power, so on and so forth. Time would fail us if we number the amount of wickedness in this world. Just in Babylon the Great itself, it says the sins have reached unto heaven. It's too much. The point is, once we, wake up and in the kingdom, or even in the chariot, who knows? The point it hit us that, man, this is real life. This is our life from now on. That we made it. It says, then was our mouth filled with laughter and our tongue was singing. Right? And then said they among the heathen. And then the heathen go say, once they see all this, the payoff of being on the highways and hedges, the payoff of thinking, oh, this nigga weird, right? The payoff of being looked at, as insignificant now. It says, then said they among the heathen, Yahweh have done great things for them. You see? But the point is, they going to realize it then. We talking about what the Most High going to do for. So let's see what they going to see, what they mind in the kingdom, what 2/3 going to realize and all that. Even Wisdom of Solomon 5. When people see the elect getting beamed up, they going to say, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, his lot among the saints? We have erred from the way of truth. Even in that day, they're going to see the payoff. For the things that we believe in now, once they happen, man, look. That Kanye West, when he put his hand back and said, gotcha, that's what it's going to be. Gotcha. This show, they know everything that we was talking about. Although it sounds strange and bugged out now, it is the truth. What they say, truth stranger than, reality, right? I think that's how they said. But yeah, once they see it, might be a year from now, 2 years from now, right? 3 years, who knows? Once they see that, they gonna realize, man, y'all was that's when our people, now people want to talk about LeBron and Kobe and Michael Jordan, Jordan and Prince and Michael Jackson and people like that, and they records they broke. In the kingdom, the elect, they go be coming, children go come up to, again, Lord willing, we're that number. Children go be coming up to us, going up to, Yahweh Shai, hey, Lord, can you, tell us? And you can't say children, they go, come to the Lord. They even came to him when he was on earth, right? Man, Lord, hey, the water for doing what you did. You know, asking him stuff, asking King David, man, King David, how was it when, Father Abraham? You see, asking different things, asking about us, man. How was it in Babylon? Hey, Abba, your son coming to you. Abba, you really got your head cut off for not taking the chip? Yeah, son, Khan. You feel me? But that's the things we about to receive, man. Lord willing, right? The brother said it right there. Truth is stranger than fiction, and it is. It's strange. It's strange, but this strange thing that's strange to people is our reality, though, man. You see, but again, going back to the point, good things come to those with faith, right? Matter of fact, I want to get one more. Salakia for holding, y'all. I know I said it was gonna be quick. What I'm thinking about Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10. Let me get the NLT. We'll probably wind it down with this. And the water for tuning in. This Hebrews 10. This KJV and the NLT. Let's see. I'm gonna start at in the KJV first. Hebrews 10 and 35 in the KJV it says, man, I'm gonna start at 34. It says, for ye had compassions of me in my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods. This is I believe Paul. Yeah, Paul, saying, look, when I visit y'all, when I needed something, y'all wasn't tripping about helping me out, giving money, helping with y'all resources. But this was the point. And even for us now, I know the Elder Ariala, he mentioned often having the abundance mindset, having an abundant mindset when it comes down to being charitable and giving. How shouldn't be an issue just to give, even if we may not have it. And look, again, the woman gave the 2 mites. The point is, the latter end of this verse, this should allow us to even give, because we're going to get more anyway. Hebrews 10 and 34, KJV, for you had compassion of me and my bonds, when he was locked up and everything. It says, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and enduring substance. It says, cast not away therefore your confidence, the things we believe in. It says, which have a great recompense of reward. Is going to pay off. For you have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. And key words is might and after. Because a lot of people ain't go enduring and keep and continue to even see the after, so they ain't gonna receive the promises. But we hope to, man, run through the finish line, and the finish line where we in the chariot. In the chariot. It says, for you have need of patience. Oh, waiting. Patience, again, patience going into the, sufferings, but believing through those things, man. It says that after you have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. The just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul, man. So again, Lord willing, we of them that's going to live by that faith, believing in all things and continuing to believe even to when we get on a chariot. And 2 Ezra 2, when it says those who have been called from the beginning have been hallowed, man. All again through what? Believing, through faith. Through faith. But I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And again, man, we almost out of here. Keep fighting, keep pushing. But I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you walking out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe on the gospel. Hey, keep fighting, keep pushing. And again, we almost out of here. We ain't got long. Hey, then once we get on the chair, we all gonna be laughing together. Hey, sipping together. That first Thessalonians, I believe, in the 4th chapter, and then so shall we ever be with the Lord as well. And it says what? Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. It's going to happen. What we believe in going to happen. Nobody should be able to separate us from that or change our mind, man. We know that's the truth. We know it. But hey, with that, shalom.